First, actually, before jumping into the program, I'm going to tell you all how to install Java and then how to install Eclipse. But before that, I just want to tell you how the execution happens over there. Then after that, you will come to know that how a normal program executes and then how a Java program executes over there. Okay, so for some of them who already knows about a little bit about programming, you might feel actually what so little bit actually what this guy is saying a very easiest information or not. Okay, but just be with me for one or two classes over there, and then after that we'll go in a proper speed. The first initial stage alone will be like this. Okay, so now how normally a program executes means. Okay, so we usually write the programs in a notepad or Eclipse or whatever tool we have. The programs which is written by a human being, okay, it's called as a high level language. Okay, that is whatever you write we can understand it. Okay, so anyone can understand that program over there, that is called as high level language. But the program written by us cannot be understandable by the system directly. So the system needs a translator over there. That is, it needs to, system knows only to read actually what zeros and ones only. Okay, it does not know any other things to check on it. Okay, so it needs a translator for us. There are two types of translator which will convert the high level language into machine level language. So one is a compiler, another one is an interpreter. Machine level language is zeros and ones. So I told you two types of translator are there. One is a compiler, another one is an interpreter. So what this compiler interpreter will do means converts into high level language to machine level language. But what is the difference between these two means? Okay, so for example, if I have 1,000 lines of code in a file, what this compiler will do means entirely all the 1,000 lines of code it will compile, and then after that it will send it for execution. That's what compiler will do. Same thing, interpreter what will do means line by line. Okay, 1,000 lines of that means first line it will convert, then it will execute. Second line it will convert, executes. Third line converts, execute. So like that, each and every line will be converted, and then after that it will be executed. That's the difference between the compiler and interpreter. So from our side, what the advantage and disadvantage of compiler and interpreter means. So compiler level, if you see disadvantage level, it takes a little bit time for us to start the execution because all the lines should be checked. For me, what's going to happen over here means 1,000 lines of code, all the code, it needs to check the syntax over there first. Okay, once it checks the syntax, then only what will happen right now for me, it will start to execute for me. Okay, so that's why it takes little bit time for me. But any syntactical errors if you have missed out comma or a colon or anything, whatever you missed, all those things, errors will be thrown to us at the beginning itself. Once you clear all the errors, then only it will start the execution for us. That's what compiler will do. Okay, so but interpreter level, what will happen, line by line conversion and execution. If you have an error in the 600th line, what will happen, once if you execute the 600 lines, then only you will find the first error. Then it will stop the program. Then you will correct the error. Then once again you will run it. Again in the 650th line, if you have an error, again stops the program. So like that, wherever we have the errors, it will stop the program and then we have to re-execute it. That's a problem with the interpreter. But execution time is faster, but we have a very big problem over there. Each and every time it stops when there is a syntactical errors. In this place, actually, what compilers plays a good role. Execution time might be a little bit more to start, but even though actually what all the errors are being found at the beginning stage itself before execution. That's what compiler. So how actually Java is going to use the utilization of these both means. Okay, so Java, what they did actually, what each and everything has its own advantage and display. So they thought to combine both the compiler and the interpreter. Okay, so they added both the things actually to have it over there in the Java. The program which we write in the file will be calling it as a Java statements. Okay, so normally in the program we write those statements. In Java level it will be called as a Java statements, and always Java files will be saved with an extension called .java. Now we have saved the file. Okay, now how the execution happens will. So first actually, once if I save the file over the .java file, then first it has to be given to the compiler. Okay, we will be giving that information to the Java compiler. What this Java compiler will do means it will convert the entire code, okay, the high level language into a machine level language. That is actually kind of a byte code, zeros and ones, and then it will be storing it in a dot class file. So xyz.java is my file name, means it will create xyz.class file. In that it will store the byte code. So now it has saved the byte code over there. The dot class file is created for me. Then this class file will be given to the JVM for execution. Okay, so what is it it's going to do means the dot class file will be again given to the JVM. Now the JVM what will happen will convert that entire byte code to the machine level language. That's what it's going to do. It's going to convert the entire machine, okay, the entire code into a machine level language. That is actually what the zeros and ones are converted into another type of zeros and ones, so which can be understandable by the CPU. Okay, this is what Java is going to do. That means we write the file and save it in .java extension. It will be given to the compiler. Then that will be converted to a dot class file. Then the dot class file is given to the JVM for execution. And finally, what CPU will start to execute it. The important thing is here what means. Okay, so we have compiler plus interpreter both how it's going to help us means, for example, my compiler what will happen, it will help me to check all the syntactical errors. Okay, if you have any errors in the program, okay, so the syntax errors are being identified with the compiler, then when it will be created the class file. Okay, so the compiler will check all the errors and then will be creating the dot class file over there. Then that class file is there, that can be read only by the JVM. So it's for the security reason level. Java was actually what made a little bit secured over there in a way that apart from the JVM, no one can read the code. Okay, so how it is being used in the real time, I'll also tell you. That's what that the class file can be read only by the JVM. Now the JVM will happen line by line, it goes and then converts. Now the conversion actually what the zeros and ones are again converted to another type of zeros and ones, and then it will be given for the CPU for execution. That's what it's going to do. So how this actually what is secured over there I'm saying. For example, I am going to develop an application. Okay, the application is like actually what e-commerce application over there. Okay, so it's like actually what for example like eBay, Flipkart, Mintra. Okay, like that I'm going to develop one application. Now I developed the application. Now I want to show a demo to my client over there. So that time the client is asking for a demo means usually what we used to do is we used to send the entire code to the client. Now there is a problem. If he's a genuine customer, is good for me. Otherwise, it's a little bit of fraud customer or something means what will happen? He will verify my code and then he might also duplicate the same type of application over there. Okay, so duplicating the same application is easier for him. So if you are sending the code over there, duplicating the same application is so easier. So my code is not secured over there. In order to avoid that one, Java what they did means actually what they compile the entire code, then it will be creating the dot class file. That dot class file is a known thing, it can be read only by the JVM alone. Correct? The dot class file can be read only by the JVM alone. That's what it will be done over there. Okay. Then after that, now what will happen? The JVM it will convert to the machine level language. Then it will be given for the CPU for execution. So for me, the demo also can be done. If you have the class file, I can execute the code. Correct? So with that, the demo can be done. Another thing, my code also is secured over there because I'm not sending the code file. I'm sending only the class file over there. Because of that, my code is secure, and then my demo also will be happened properly over there. That's advantage actually what Java is giving to us. That's the main thing. Clear? Clear for everyone? Anyone has any doubts on this? Okay. So now the JVM is needed for to run the class file. Okay. What is the JVM? It's called as a Java virtual machine. Okay. So we need JVM if you want to run the class file over there. So we need JVM to, sorry, so to install the JVM, we need the JRE, because once we install the JRE, Java runtime environment, if you install that one, by default JVM also will be installed into that. Okay, so JRE is Java runtime environment, JVM is Java virtual machine. Okay, we also need the JDK over there. Okay, if you are going to work on with some complex type of applications over there, means we need the JDK. So JDK is what? It's a Java development kit. Okay, JDK is the Java development kit over there. So what this JDK will do over here then? So from our side, if you are going to integrate with some other component or something to this Eclipse or Java or something, that time we need mandatory the JDK over there to work on that. That's the thing. Okay. So JDK is the complete set which will have the Java compiler, JVM plus JRE. All the things will be there. That's what it will be done. Clear? So any doubts for anyone on this? Still now, anyone has any doubts? So whatever things I'm just telling you right now, it will be helpful for you to understand the program level. It will not be asking interview or it will not be using it. The only thing is actually what, whenever I'm going to explain the code over there, that time these things will be helpful for you. That's the only thing. Okay. So now we have seen how the execution happens over there. Now we'll see how to install the Java. So now if I want to install Java, first I need to verify whether actually what we have Java in the system or not. So for that, open the command prompt, CMD. Once you open the command prompt, you can just type Java space -version. If you get a information actually what Java is not a recognized command, that means from our side Java is not installed. So in case if you get actually what some version numbers 1.8 or 1.9 or 1.7, that means your Java has been installed here. Okay. So from my side, now we have installed the information. Okay. So now that means Java has been present. In case if you don't have the Java, how to download the Java? So for that, you need to download here. Download on install Java. That's what I'm doing. So in that, go to this one, java.com en download over there. So here you can just click on that free download over there. Then it will be asking me agree and start free download. So once you install this one, so for you click on next, and then after that finish, for you the Java has been installed over there. Once you install Java, if you go to the program that's under the C drive, sorry, under the C drive we'll have program files. Now in the program files over there, you have a folder here called Java. So once you install the Java, you will be getting the JRE system library. That's the thing. That's what here it will be done. Next, if you install JDK, so same thing you can just give JDK download. So if you want to install JDK over there, okay, it's called as Java Development Kit. I told you actually what, it will have entire information over there. So I'll go to the first one. So here you just go to the JDK, click on that. So here if you see accept license agreement, here you have to select Windows x64 means 64-bit machine, 86 means 32-bit machine. Which machine you want, you have to download that one, and then same thing, double click on it, next, the installation will be complete over there. Okay, that's what here it will be done. That is what I mentioned over there. Okay, so next we have got that information. So all those things are there in screenshots. So for installing JDK, what do you need? I told you that actually what you need to go to this place over there, and then you can just sorry. I'll just give it as JDK download. So if you go to the JDK download, go to the first link, same thing as we download over there. So then select which one you want over there. The JDK will be downloaded. I'll give over here. So you see how to get the JDK. Now we have to set the environment variable over there. Okay. So I'll come to this my computer, right click, properties. Advanced system settings. Just a second, it's loading. Then in this advanced tab, click on the environment variables. Then once you install the JDK, you will be getting a folder here called program files Java JDK bin. So just copy this location. So once you copied this bin folder, now you are going to the my computer. So there you have to select here for the path PATH. Just type there PATH. So then after that, double click on it. Otherwise, you click on edit. Then come to the end of the icon, give a semicolon, then paste it. So that's what here we have to do, JDK. So we have given the bin folder over there. That's the thing. So we have done with this JDK download over there. Once you install the JDK download, you will be seeing here actually what under the Java section, there will be another folder called JDK over there. Okay. So that's what about this JDK download. Then next, now if you type Java space hyphen version, so what you have to do, you have to exit the older section of actually what? Your Firefox. So here we have to give this. So this is about JDK. Okay. So how to install the JDK over there. The next one we have to see in about how to install the Eclipse over there. So if you want to go and work with Eclipse over there, there are two ways. One, we can get the information. Okay. So from our side, actually, what if you install the JDK? So you can just give your browse here as Kepler download. Okay, Eclipse Kepler download you can give.
Murli, I have a doubt.
Yeah. Tell me.
Murli, why do we set this environmental path?
Super, good question. So the thing is actually what once you install the JDK, we have to set the environment path. So why means, so if I want to, so if I close here, can you see it's like Maven that is having my environment path. Then after that, my Skype, can you see that is having my environment path. So like that, each and every program will have its own environment path over here. Why we have that environment path over there means then would it be easy for us to fetch the information. Okay, so the Java runtime environment, what will happen? That will help us to execute the code over there in that backend session. Okay, so then after that, bin folders will consist of the library information. If you see, it will have a lot of exe files over there. Okay, so this also will be needed for us.
So without setting the path, we cannot start the code.
The thing is, when you come to the framework level, these frameworks are more important. Okay, that's the only thing.
Fine.
So yeah, thank you. So now we have set this one. Now I given Eclipse Kepler download. There are a lot of versions available. In that, Kepler is one of the important version over there. So I came here. Here you can see the releases over there. Neon, oxygen, Korean. So like that we have different things. So in that I want the Kepler. So I click on the Kepler. Then if I want this one, Java IDE for Java developers. Okay, you have to download this section over there, Windows 64-bit or 32-bit. Okay, so Eclipse IDE for Java W developers, you have to download over there. Once you download that, you'll be getting a RAR file like this. You'll be getting a RAR like this. Right click on that file, then extract here. So once you extract, you'll be getting a folder like this Eclipse over there. That's the only thing. Okay, so you will be getting a folder called Eclipse over here. So in this, you will be having an icon over here. Okay, this is what the Eclipse icon. That's the only thing. Clear? So we have downloaded Java, JDK, and then also the Eclipse over there. Okay, Eclipse alone, there is no, there is a keyword, there is no installation. Directly the download will work for us. So we have done with this part. Okay, so now once I got this icon, you have to double click on this icon. It's an application. Download this. So first we'll be getting a workspace launcher like this. What you have to do, you have to browse and then just get some different location. Usually it will be there in C drive. Try to make sure you save it under a different location so you'll not face any problem. So I'll go to the D drive, go to the others. So I save, just again, I'll just trying to give a different location. So in the others folder, I'll create a new folder over here. So Java backup, I'll create it. I'll create this folder, then I'll click on next, enter. So here, what is the thing? So I selected this one, then I'll click on OK. Before that, I'll just go here, others. Java backup. This is the place. So right now we don't have any information. Now I'm going to click on OK. If you click on OK, you can see some temporary files will be opened for us. So that's what it's going to do. There are some temporary files that will be opened for us. With that, we are going to work on it. So now it will open the Eclipse. It's loading. Temporary files, 2 temporary files will be loaded here. Remote temp system and these things. We have got it over there. Then I don't want this welcome screen at the beginning. I'll close this one. Okay, we have got this is called as the Eclipse window over there. So in that, how this program will start to work means, okay. So programs will write in a way that is first I'll have my project, then I will have my package, then I will have my class. Okay, project, package, and class. That's how the hierarchy has been built over there. Okay, so first we should have the project, then we should have the package, then finally we should have the class files over there. So how to create a project first, we'll see. To create a project, go to File, New, File, New. Here I'll be just giving information as right now, Other. Then after that you have to select here Java project over here. Okay. So we have selected that one, Java project. Now I'll click on Finish. So here we have to select the environment, which one we want. So usually we select actually what is SC 1.7 or 1.8 over there. Usually the version which is Hugged, that one will be selecting. Then the name, I'll give the same information. So the project name, I'll just give understanding project over there. Click on finish. So the thing is actually what, once we click on that, can you see Java W is there, and now it will create me one more section called Java. So we'll be getting a error version over there, the beginning stage. So it's like actually what, a validation message. It's not a problem. You can accept that. So I got this understanding project. So we created the project. Next one is what, package. So right click on the source folder, then new package. I'll give it as first pack. So it's giving me discourage name. What is the discourage name? So the thing is actually what, the information which is read should be like this. Okay. So understanding project, source, first pack. I'll just give, click on finish. Now I got the first pack over here. Okay. So then we have done with the project and package. Now we'll create the class. Right click, new and class. So here in the class, I'll just give it as actually what, my first class. I'll just give. Okay. My first class I give. Now I need to select this main function over there. Always after selecting this actually what, giving the name, we have to give this actually what, public static void main. This checkbox should be selected. Then this one you make it as default as of now. I'll tell you about these things later on in the class. So the project name is understanding project. The package name is first pack. And then we'll have the main function checkbox. Then the default. Now when I click on finish, for me that Java file has been created. The unwanted files, I'm going to close these things. So now the class file, the Java file has been created now. Now if I want to increase the file over there, so window, preferences, I want to increase the font size. So font colors and fonts. So I'll go to the basic folder. So I'll edit it. I'll select text font and then I'll edit it. I'll make it right now as 13. So we got it. So this is the place we have got the errors. Okay. So always Java files actually will be written in a way actually what, it should always should have a main function. Then only we can execute the program over there. That's the main thing. Okay. So I have my class. Then I have my main function. So if I want to write some information, so hello world. Okay. The shortcut to get the system.println SYSO, then control plus space button. Okay. So it's throwing me error. Why? I mean these things are not syntax over there. If I don't want that line to be executed, it means give // Okay. So we can give it as // over there. That's the main thing. So now if I run the program, it will just print me hello world now. So it will print me hello world over there. So how it has been written the program? So if you see class, my first class, then always the class will have a main function. Then only that will be executed. Any information that you want to execute that should be written inside this function code over there. That's the main thing. Clear? This is about the normally a program to create and then to understanding the information over there. So we have printed hello world over there. Clear? So anyone has any doubts till now on this? So what I will done, I'll tell you in a small recap. So I open my Eclipse over there, go to file, new. Then after that I selected project. Here we have Java project, directly we can go here. Otherwise we can go to project over there. So I'll just mention here Java project, click on finish. So here I'll just give the project name learn project. So we've given this one. Then select the environment SC1.7. Now we have created the learn project, this package. It will have by default source folder and then the JS system library. Under the source folder, we have to create the package and then the class file. So first we'll see. So now,
I have a doubt in this.
yeah, tell me.
Why the main method is public in Java?
It's not, the thing is actually from my side, main function is there and that's the main information. See, right click, run as, run on server is coming. Can you see the Java application is not coming over there? Can you see? If I give the public, right click, run as, Java application is. So the thing is actually for me, I need to execute the code over there, this one. So if it is public, then only it can be accessed by the other places. That is actually what in other packages. If I have some class files, so I need to access those things. Means these information should be public. Then only I can access these files. So that's why we have to make it as public over there. Otherwise, we cannot execute the code.
Okay.
Utilization.
So because we have like many, like we have 4 specifier, access specifier. So out of that, only public only it is accessible.
Correct. The thing is in the outer package level. Those things actually what I'll let you know also once we come to the topic. The only thing is in a different package level, if you want to access these methods or variables or something, it should be public.
Okay. Okay.
So now we have created the project. It will have a source folder and JRE system library. Then under the source folder, I click on new, a package. I'll just give my pack. So usually package name should start with a small letter. Otherwise it gives me a discouraged package name. I'll start with a small letter. Then after that, I need to create a class, new class. Then here I'm going to give the class name over there actually what first class. So always class name also here it should start with the capital letter, capital F. Again, then select default over there, then click on main function. Now I'm not going to click on main function. I forgot to give it. So for me, the class will be created like this. Now if I want the main function, what is the shortcut? MAIN control space and enter. So the shortcut for that is MAIN control plus space plus enter button. That will give me the main function over there. So system.println, for that the shortcut is SYSO control plus space button. That's for the SYSO system.println. Hello world. That's the main thing. Right click, run as Java application. That will bring me the information. The same information actually, what are the things we have seen right now? So all those things actually what I mentioned over here, how to create the workspace, how to create the project, how to create the package, how to create the class file, and then finally how to execute the code. Okay, write a hello world program. So all those things are being written over here. That's the thing. Clear? This is about the Java installation and then the Eclipse installation over there. Okay. So then how to write a small program, hello world program. That's what we have seen still now. Yeah. So we'll have a 5 minutes break. Then after that, we'll just see about what is data type and then what is variable. Then we'll close the session for today. Then again, we will have the session by actually what till tomorrow. So there we'll see about actually what how to write the program in a detailed manner. Okay, we'll have a 5 minutes break right now. Then again we'll connect with 10:17. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Yes, Chandrasekhar.
So this class will be going on this weekend also, right?
Weekend, no, most probably actually what everyone will be celebrating the Diwali. So most probably actually we'll again connect by Tuesday.
Tuesday. Then this class will be this will be end on Friday, right? Friday, and I will
So
connect on
most
Tuesday.
the thing is actually what we will have by tomorrow. Then Friday I'm
Okay.
going to my native. So again we'll have it on Tuesday.
Sure, sir. Fine.
I'll also inform you everyone through mail also. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So the next class actually what will be by tomorrow, and then after that will be there by Tuesday.
Sure.
Yeah. So we'll have a 5 minutes break. With 10:17 we'll again connect. Then we'll see about data types and the variables. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So we'll start the session. Okay. So now I'm gonna tell you about data types. Okay. So right now we have seen about actually what installation of Java and Eclipse, and then how to create a project package and then a class file, and then how to execute a Java hello world program. That's what we have seen still now. Correct. So now we'll see about data types, and then after that about the variables. So I'll open a page. So data types. So you all would have learned about data types over there. So what are the data types we have over here? Okay, so we have byte, we have short, integer, long. Then we have double, float. Then we also have Boolean, character, and string. String alone is not a data type in Java, it's a class. Okay. Apart from that, these all informations are actually what? Data types only. String alone is a class over there in Java. Okay. So now here these information, this short, integer, and long, these things are okay. So what these three things will do means okay, it helps us to store the numbers. Double and float, it helps us to store the decimals over there. It helps us to store the decimals. Then Boolean, it helps us to store true or false. Character helps us to store any single character that should be okay in single quote. Okay, it can be a number or it can be a decimal, anything. Okay, sorry, it can be a number or it can be an alphabet over there, but only one letter can be stored. String is what means any information that comes in double quotes, that will be called as a string over there. It can be a number or it can be a group of words or even it can be a single letter also. Any information that comes under double quotes will be called as a string over there. Okay, so now short, integer, long. Okay, these three things it's going to store numbers. Then why we need these three data types? Double and float is used to store decimals. Then why we need these two decimals over there? That's what we need to know over here. Yeah. So all the data types are a kind of a container over there. Okay, all the data types are kind of a container. It will be like this. All the data types are a kind of a container. So right now, this is byte. This is short. This is integer. Then this is long. This is double. This is float. Okay. So right now, if you see byte, it can store values from minus 127 to 128. That's what it's going to do. So I'll reduce the font size in case if you're feeling difficult, let me know. So minus 127 to 128. That is what actually what from our side the byte will help us to store. The same thing short. This can store values from minus. Okay, the numbers I'm going to give you is actually what just for the understanding purpose only, not the perfect numbers. It can store values from minus 500 to 700. Integer can store values from minus 1000 to 2000. Long can store values from minus 5000 to 10,000. Double can store values. Okay, it's a decimals. Okay, double and float. So minus 2000 point double nine to 3000 point double zero. Float can store values from minus 300. Sorry, I'll make it as 10,000 point double zero to 15,000 point double nine. This is what. Okay, this is called as range. Okay, so each and everything it can store values under this range over there. That's what it can do. Clear? So now for me, my value is 700. Okay, so if my value is 700, so which are the things it will accept for me? So if you see, so in minus 127 to 128, in this range 700 comes? No, so it cannot be stored in byte. So short minus 500 to 700, in between this short will come? Yes. So it can be stored under short. Then after minus 1000 to 2000, in that 700 will come? Yes. So in integer also it can store. Minus 5000 to 10,000 it can store? Yes. In between this range also we can store this one. So in 700 it can be stored over there in short, integer and long. Same thing if it is actually what? 3000 right now. Now in which are the things it can be stored? In byte it cannot be stored. In short it cannot be stored. In integer also it cannot be stored. So in minus 5000 to 10,000, 3000 will come? Yes. So it can be stored only in long. That's the thing. Same thing if it is actually what? Same applies on the double also. So decimal values. For example, if it is actually what? 400.30. So 400.30. So this one, if you see over there, in which other things it can be stored. So in byte, short, integer, long, decimals will not come. Only in double and float. So minus 2000.99 to 3000, will it come? Yes. Same thing in float also, will it come in between range? Yes. So it can be stored in double and then it can be stored in float. These are the two things. Next is minus 7000.40. So this one, if you see in double and float, which are the things it can be stored? So only in float it can be stored over there. So float and accept. This is what about data types. That's it. Data types are what means it's like kind of a memory. That's actually it's kind of a container which helps us to store given information which values can be stored over there. Okay, that means what is the range of a value can be stored into the container. That's what the data types do. Okay, so range that can be stored in a variable. Okay, helps us to decide the range of values that can be stored in a variable. That's what data type will do. Clear? Anyone has any doubts on this one? Understanding what is data type? Anyone has any doubts? Clear now? So next, we have variable.
Sorry, this is Rajesh here.
Yes, Rajesh.
I think float is smaller than big at double, I think, right?
Yeah, yes. Float is actually what smaller. This is actually what just for you for an understanding. The real numbers are actually different over there. If you see, if you want to know the real numbers, so data type range in Java. If you just give, you can see that information. So byte, short, integer, long. So you can just click on that. So these are the numbers over there. See, minus 128 to 127, minus 32768 to 32767 for short, integer is this numbers, long, float, and finally double. Okay, so this is how things can be stored. This is about data types here. Clear?
Oh, thank you.
Okay, yeah. So now, next we'll see about variables. So what is variables? So variables are what means? From my side, okay, it's just a memory location which can store values in it. Okay, just a memory location which can store values in it. How? It's so simple. There are two things that are applied in the variable. One is declaration, another one is initialization. One is declaration, another one is initialization. So what is this declaration, what is this initialization is going to do means? Okay, so simple. From my side, declaration, how it can be written? Declaration. So I will be giving this integer I. This is called as declaration. So what this step integer I is going to do means so simple. From my side, it's going to just create me one memory location like this. Okay, it's just going to create me one memory location like this. Here, what is this I over there? That is I is the memory location name. Then this integer will act as a reference till to the memory location, store only integer values alone. Okay, so this integer will become as a reference over there. Okay, it's just a reference which till to the memory location store only integer values alone. That's what this is going to do. Okay, the next one is initialization. What are the initialization means, and then how it can be written means? Okay, so it will be initialization. What it will do means is going to give I is equal to 10. That's what it's going to do. So what this is going to do for us right now is it creates already actually what has been created is memory location over here na I. So it will identify this actually what which is matching this memory location I over there. In that 10 will be stored here. Okay, that's what it's going to do. So I is equal to 10 means it just identifies me where is the memory location called I. In that 10 will be stored. But before storing this value, now this integer will come and check whether this 10 is there in between the range of the values. So my integer values will accept minus 1000 to 2000. Is that in between in this range? Yes, it is there in between range. So then it will be accepted. Okay, otherwise what will happen, it will throw me an error. That's it. So this is declaration, this is initialization. Another one is reinitialization. Reinitialization. So what is this reinitialization it will do means? So I am going to give once again I is equal to 20. Now what will happen right now for me? This again I, this will identify which is my memory location. Then this 20, now what will happen? It will be reassigned. So this 10 will be now reassigned to 20 here. That's the thing. Okay, that's what this reinitialization will do. Okay, clear? Anyone has any doubts on this? Declaration and then initialization can be done also in a single step also. Declaration and initialization can be also done in a single step. So that means, so right now I can directly give here integer a is equal to 20. Integer a is equal to 20. So now what will happen right now for me? If I give it like this, so it creates me one memory location like this. Then a will be the memory location name. This integer will act as a reference to the memory location. Okay, this will act as a reference to the memory location. So tell to the memory location store only integer values alone. That's what is good. Then after that, that 20 will be stored over there. That's the thing. Okay, this is what it's going to do. Simple. Clear? Anyone has any doubt? So integer a equal to 20 what will happen means it creates a memory location called a. In that 20 will be stored. That's what it's going to do. Clear? Anyone has any doubts on this? This is about variables. Clear, guys? So I'll stop over with this one today. So tomorrow we'll be covering about actually how to write a program. Okay. So in that, how to apply this actually, what the variables and all those things over there in a program we'll see. Clear?
Murli, I have a small doubt here.
Yes, Rajesh.
I think like last class I saw static variables. I think do we have any connection between these things here?
Correct. So that is actually what there are two types of variables. One is global and then local variable. Okay. So guys, you don't need to worry. Actually, it's a very simple concept. So tomorrow when I explain over there, you guys will be more comfortable with that one. Okay. So what does that means actually? What means global and then local variable. Global variables again has been split into two things. One is static, another one is non-static. Okay. So how it can be accessed as static variables means through help of a class name. Non-static can be accessed through help of an object. Local variables directly can be accessed. So all those things I'll be telling you by tomorrow. You will be understanding it very clearly. Okay. So right now, so for some of them who is new to it, you might feel confused. Okay, it's very simple concept over there. Tomorrow when I explain over there, you will be very much comfortable on that. Clear, guys?
Okay.
Okay. So I'll send this recording to you all. Okay, you can just have a look on this one. So it will be easy for you. Okay, guys. So any other doubts for anyone? Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, guys. So tomorrow we'll meet at the same time. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.